My name's James.
I'm Jose.
And this is Death to Squids. Oh, it's an extinction in here, even.
It's an extinction level event, boys. We got to be careful.
Oh, the extinction, speaking of me, even.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Daddy's got high. Okay, guys.
Or the walls.
No, the walls are fine.
They're fine
I
today?
think they are pulled back a little, the carpet thing on it. What do you call this? A blanket? Yeah, felt. It's not as aggressive anymore. Guys, listen to whatever episode that happened to.
It might have been Trancers 4.
Yeah, it was a Trancers. I know
a Trancers
that
episode because we got so high for that.
Also, what's it called? We're 1 year. We didn't celebrate our 1 year
shit.
because technically, I think when we started doing Resident Evil was around our 1 year.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
That's we've been doing this a year, 16 episodes now.
Happy Trancers Day, baby.
That means 16 movies that you've watched with us.
Jack Deth would be so proud of us.
Yeah. Oh, he'd say, "Oh man, I bet you weren't raised on a Mayo farm."
I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, man. It's so
Every
good.
time you mention it,
down at the Mayo
down
farm.
at the Mayo farm.
We got to introduce our guest.
Oh yeah, he's been on our podcast before.
Yeah, our only other guest, or has Nicole been on? No,
No.
Our only other guest.
I only guess ever.
Yeah,
I feel really special. Thank you.
You should be. It's Joe from Hit It and Crit It.
Hello. How much longer can we use that for?
Well, Corwin, I said, like, we had a podcast together, and then Corwin goes, "Why were you saying the past tense? We're still in hiatus."
We're just in a hiatus right now. That's it.
I don't know about that.
And then we ended up doing like a one-off episode, and it's fun, you know? I would love to play just like maybe like a 2-person campaign. Like it's like Joe and me, that's it.
That's a one-person
one-on-one?
campaign.
Well, but it's 2 people, you know?
Right. But it's only one player, I guess.
Yeah. Or I guess like a 2 would be good.
Yeah, we've done that. That's what Jose and I've done with other people.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we would just record that.
Okay.
Get Robbie and Corey out of our cut, you know?
I was just drunk as fuck for that.
I'm not suggesting a mutiny here.
Oh, yeah. They're out of here. Rudy, bye-bye.
Jesus.
He's our friend.
Yeah. It was just so random. Just Rudy, bye-bye.
Yeah. He was like, hey, it's not like we pushed him out. He said, hey, guys, I got to leave.
I had a dream recently that Rudy was at a party I was at,
Oh, yeah.
but he had grown out his hair
Oh.
to like past like his like midsection.
Okay. Hell yeah.
And I did not his hair was like literally covering his entire face. And he was like,
Oh,
"Hey
no.
Joe, what's up?" And I was like, "Who the fuck am I talking to?" And then he literally parted the hair. He goes, "It's me, Rudy." And I was like, "Oh God." Yeah, weird dreams.
And then he was like, oh, I can't get this color out because I just used spray paint to paint my hair. Like, that's a TikTok he did. He blew up with that one.
It's so funny.
The Resident Evil 3, brothers.
Dude.
Read between the lines, fuckers. Because then it's this.
Middle fingering.
I don't
your
know
dad.
how well that translates on a audio
They
medium.
get it.
Okay.
I'm throwing up middle fingers, but I had my 3 fingers up saying read between the lines.
He's being very mean.
No, I'm being very edgy. I got that 90s edge to me now.
We don't want to know what you do on your free time.
He's been reading too much 2099 comics.
Oh, dang. Yeah, that's the kind of edge I got, which it was also 90s edge.
Yeah, it was super. Like the 90s were the edgiest comics that ever been.
Yeah.
For in ever.
Yeah,
And
they'll
they've
never get that
ever
edgy.
been that edgy again. Yeah.
I watched a whole video on like why that is, why like the 90s were so edgy and then it stopped.
Wait, why?
It's pretty much, why did I watch it?
No. Well, that's something else. But why were they so edgy?
Why was it so edgy? Because it was a like clear whiplash from like how clean and sleek the 80s was. And then you're like, oh, fuck this. What? Shh.
I got it.
It's like seeing what the previous generation did and say, fuck that. And then they're wearing baggy ass pants. And now, like, the kids today are like, to what we were doing, are like, fuck that, and just wearing baggy ass pants.
It was like the 90s were like what? The Janko jeans?
Yeah.
And then the
I had
2000s were like the super ultra
Tight pants.
tight pants.
Yeah.
That was like 2010. That's more like 2010s because the early 2000s, it was like.
Was it still Janko?
It was not Janko, but it was still like baggy pants.
Baggy pants. I just
Like, you
remember
weren't-
like everyone
You weren't
I
wearing
knew.
like overly sized pants like the Jinko jeans, but they still wore like baggy pants in the early 2000s.
For his birthday, we should get Jose some Janko jeans.
Oh, right.
Absolutely not.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. You'd look like you were in Limp Bizkit.
How many
I'm good.
zippers, straps, and or pockets do you want?
Oh, dude, we'll get you some big red shoes, and then you'd look like Sora.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't like wearing jeans very often.
I don't either.
So
I
I think
only
it's
wear
gross.
jeans.
Ugh, on my skin, just that denim. Ugh.
I don't like wearing like sweatpants. Make it feel like I'm not actually wearing clothes.
Wear khaki.
You want
Joe is 70 years old.
khakis? You want me to wear fucking khakis?
These are
What am I
khakis.
going to the fucking business store? No, fuck
These are
that.
khakis.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I ain't
I mean,
about
like
it.
the style of pant. Like, it's not a jean, but it's not a short.
I know it's like a material. I get it.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
I love these pants.
No.
Nicole found out because I only wore one pant, you know, like one pair. And Nicole one year just bought me. She like looked at the specific, just took a photo of the tag and then bought more of them.
That makes sense. I
That's that dog in me.
I wear like canvas pants sometimes
Yeah, kind of like
for
cargo
work.
pants.
They're like kind of like they're carpenter
Okay.
pants, but they're not made out of denim.
Oh, what about Dickies?
I used to wear Dickies all the time.
Yeah.
Nah.
Even in elementary school, we used to wear Dickies.
Well, actually, yeah, my work pants are Dickies.
Yeah, I was
Like
going to
that.
say 5 days a week before I was wearing Dickies.
Yeah. They're good for work because they have the extra pockets, and the pockets at your hips are bigger.
Yeah.
And they're slanted rather than straight down. That is the one thing I dislike about these jeans that I'm wearing is the pockets are straight down, which is uncomfortable to get stuff out of.
I wish they curved into. I want to reverse Dickies.
You wanna basically scoop your dick as you go into your pants. That's so fucked up.
Hold on, let me grab my wallet as I touch my dick at the same time.
That guy's been fishing around in his wallet a lot.
You have to like cross reach.
Oh,
Like how
you-
some people would wear their revolvers.
Magicians would straight up blow a load. Ooh, guys, let's get into this movie.
Wait, before
How
we
long-
get into this, what's your experience with Resident Evil movies,
Yeah.
Joe?
Oh, so my experience actually starts with Resident Evil 3 Extinction. I was really bored hanging with a friend, and Ricky, actually, I think.
Of
And then
course, yeah.
somebody else I knew from and then another friend of mine came to hang out, and we're really bored. There used to be a movie theater by my house. It was $5.
Hell yeah.
And so we
I
just
used to love that movie
decided to
theater.
go see Extinction, even though I'd never seen the first two. And then I never saw any of the ones that came out after that. So I saw this one movie, and at the time I remember being like, this movie is so fucking cool.
Hell yeah.
My opinions may have changed. Two things that have remained constant are, well, I guess one thing, I'm still in love with Ally Larder. And
Yeah.
I probably
Makes
always
sense.
will. be.
That's
She's
the Final
incredible.
Destination lady?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she was in Heroes.
Okay. Should I watch Heroes?
No.
Okay.
It was fun when it was on TV.
It was
but-
good. The first season or first season and a half were pretty solid. So originally it was supposed to be every season was supposed to be a different cast of characters.
Oh.
Which is why at the end of the first season they have their big fight. And then it did so well that the network was like, no, you have to keep everyone. Like everyone did so. So then they brought them back on, and then the fucking writer's strike happened
Yeah.
and just derailed the fuck out of everything.
So watch the first season and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except for if you watch till the third or fourth season, that's when Veronica Mars shows up.
Kristen Bell?
Yeah.
Wait, she wasn't in there the entire time?
Nah, she shows up in the third season.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. I am like this week's movie, Resident Evil Extinction, because I am a former stinky son, as are we all. Released September 21st, 2007, I only have a single experience with this film, which is watching it wildly out of order with Nicole 7 years ago.
Oh my God.
As she has done with all the Resident Evil movies she has seen. She doesn't give a rat's booty about Watch Order. Made for $45 million. How much do you think it grossed?
Less than
95.
$147 million and Me Out. Because it grossed me out, babe.
Oh, okay.
I was like, wait, did I say, how did the film eat something? I truly thought that. I was like, James, yeah, I know that's where this joke should be going. But not really. I'm fooling like a ghoul in a Casper movie. Because they're fooling around, They're not spooky, scary. P-Dub Essay returns to write and produce the film with Russell Mulcahy, probably
Malachi?
Malachi. Ooh, probably. No, it's Mulcahy. Mulcahy.
Mulcahy, yeah.
Well, Helming, you wrote that wrong, James.
Yeah, James.
Helming doesn't have a W, does it?
Whelming?
I meant Helming, but I guess I wrote Whelming.
Like to helm something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whelming, the director's sweat seat. You might know him as the director of Razorback, Ricochet, The Shadow, The Scorpion King 2, Rise of a Warrior, or the first 2 films in a series we will absolutely cover on this podcast, Highlander and Highlander 2, The Quickening.
I've never seen any of those movies.
I know, but those are movies we have to do.
You know who stars in them, or at least stars in some of them? The guy who played Raiden in the first Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh, okay.
He's French. Chabert Lebert?
Chabert Lebert, yeah.
Yeah, Chabert Lebert. That's his name.
I love his cousin Shia LaBeouf.
Oh my God. PWSA. PWSA is so fucking funny, James.
Thank you. Trivia. There were unused scenes from the original script where Alice manages to hack into the files of Umbrella. It is revealed that her real name is not Alice Abernathy, but
Abernathy Alice?
What?
It's like switched?
No, it's Janice Prospero.
That's even fucking worse.
Oh, that's worse.
A conscious decision was made early on in the making of this that this would be the bloodiest of the Resident Evil films. But yeah, I guess, but a lot of it was digital, it looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
also,
that out of here.
I don't know.
I'm pissed. To make digital blood on faces look better, they need to be hiring those people who run those fake cum shot websites.
I knew that was happening.
I was not expecting that turn.
Or as crazy part, just use real blood.
Yeah,
Sorry?
but it's sticky, gross, ucky.
Practical
Okay.
effects are almost always better than purely digital effects.
Okay, you're on a set and they're like, yeah, we have to throw jizz at your face. Would you rather they throw jizz at your face or it's digitally added?
I mean, if I'm serious about my craft.
Oh, damn, hell yeah. I respect you even more, sir.
Cool, thanks.
We salute a king.
I'll take that under advisement.
Back to the notes. The original script included some flashback sequences depicting the trial in an international court of Geneva. The Umbrella executives were convicted for the genocide of, I guess, just the entire world. But the hearing came to an abrupt end when an army of undead barged into the courtroom.
Who would have guessed that?
That would have been cool.
No.
The trademarked double spiraled injections representing DNA now have 2 liquids instead of 1. The spiral contains the blue liquid, the T virus, and the other contains the green liquid, the antidote. The mixture is supposedly capable of Why did I write this down? Well, fuck that one. It's just explaining that's nerd shit. Okay, reviews.
Why did I write this down?
There are not a lot of horny women in the reviews like usual. They were far more focused on the zombie crows. Like everyone who would have written like, yeah, man, this is how I became a lesbian is now writing, oh, fuck, man, those crows ruled.
Wait, is that like a common thing?
In
Yeah.
the movies we do, it is a huge common thing that like, yeah, it's wild.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That truly did not expect that. That's crazy.
It's weird how like the movies I might be telling, maybe it's telling of me
Just
that
pick really good lesbian movies. I don't know.
that I wish I were a woman and a lesbian. Like these would have been the movies I'd watch. But yeah, it's pretty wild. There are still a few though.
Okay,
I was
okay.
able to find a couple. Okay. 3 stars from Sylvie Colon. Maybe it's colon. Let's say colon. They named a girl K-Mart and she liked it.
Oh god.
Kmart was a big thing back then, all right?
Yeah. Do you think Kmart like kicked in some money?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell
Wait,
yeah.
was that after they closed down, though?
No.
Before, it's
Kmart.
2007.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kmart was kicking until like 2019 or something.
No.
2020. Yeah, because they had like
Maybe
a Kmart.
2017.
No, I think it was one of those things
It was
where
into
they
the
closed
2010s.
most of their shit down and then only had a couple stores open.
Yeah.
Similar to how like the last Best Buy finally died. But no one's like, Best Buy is alive and kicking.
I'm alive and kicking. Hold on, I'm looking to see when.
When Kmart died.
Yeah, it
Kmart.
looks like it is
Kmart.
finally
Kmart.
2018 to 2019 is when they closed like 142 stores. So like that's when they started just, and then even more closed that year.
The last store in Illinois was in Des Plaines in 2020. But I feel like all the Chicago ones closed before then.
Yeah, like the one on Addison closed down like in 2018.
Oh, but aside from Kmart, 1 star by Matthew Bruce, in quotes, you got a name, out of quotes, this is what they would say. Yeah, they call me GameStop.
Oh my god.
3.5 stars by Rizzly Dizzly, or Rizzle Dizzle, probably that. So slightly darker territory here. Funny they didn't want to look at the bright side of the apocalypse. Oh, hell yeah.
The fucking
Okay.
bright side. Get
Guys,
the fuck.
5 stars. This is the one I read to Nicole. LOL with a lot of L's at the end. If I went into a room and found a clone of myself, someone's walking out pregnant.
Oh god.
Ooh. All right, 4 stars from Leticia. How cute is the zombie taking a picture? LOL.
God
It is
damn
surprisingly wholesome.
Until he starts eating him. Then it gets more wholesome.
Well, more holes for
One of
some.
us are leaving pregnant.
5 stars from Wonky Pictures. Why do all the clones have an Achilles stomach? Because they were all like
Yeah,
killed
every
in the
single one had been
stomach.
killed in the same way, yeah.
From Nana, loved that scene where that guy smoked a cig in front of the zombies lying down. Cunty. That's Nana, the kanji, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In case anyone was like that, it looks like 2 crosses, especially in this tiny font. If anyone wants to follow that person, because I really like that one. 5 stars from Rose. So fucking cool and awesome. She was given low-key Mad Max Dune horrorcore.
God damn it.
5 stars.
When did that person watch this movie?
Probably recent. There were a lot of 2024 ones.
Oh, okay.
5 stars from Sharif Abu Al Rad. I fucking love desert-based movies. Hey, Jose, guess what? They'd love Cyborg 3.
That one sucked so bad.
Too much sand.
Oh my god.
I love that that's their criteria is like how much sand is in this movie, yes or no.
And another review said, which is just like too much sand, that Cyborgs 3 review. It was pretty much like
You did.
they didn't, or like they said, didn't like how they made Vegas sand or like Vegas a desert.
Oh, yeah. It is in the
It's a-
middle of the fucking desert.
Yeah.
It's a monument to man's arrogance.
And we screaming it loud, baby. 5 stars from Star. They state 2.5 stars each to Mila and Allie. Drooly face.
Okay.
5 stars from Jess. Actually, can I have 5 more of these little blonde bitches?
There are a lot of like blonde women in this movie.
And then finally, just liked it. This is from MLM Pod All-Star Reviewer, Carlo V. This person reviews like all the movies we discuss. So I was like seeing him so often. So that's why they get that. This is from 2016. This is before he wrote the Too Much Sand. That was him, I believe.
Oh my God.
This is the review. These movies are slowly turning into Battle Angel, Alita / Gunm, and I couldn't be more stoked about that because I have zero faith in Rodriguez / Cameron, because this is before that movie came out. High concept, nonsensical fun.
Oh, God.
I don't know if I can agree with that.
What was Battle Girl Alita good?
Oh yeah, no, it was actually I very much enjoyed that movie,
Hell
but
yeah.
also I just like once again I haven't seen it. So I saw this movie when it came out. Never watched another Resident Evil movie until college, and then I had a friend who was obsessed with the whole series.
Yeah.
Like he loved the video games, really loved these movies. So in our dorm, we used to do movie nights and we just do full franchises. So we did like all the Saw movies. We did.
Oh, spooky.
Yeah, we did all of these. And I think maybe because I was just watching them back to back to back, it didn't feel worse or better because it was just a part of like a long
narrative.
I think at that point, like 6 of the movies had come out.
That's all of them.
Oh, so maybe it was just the first 5 then.
Okay.
But like 5 of these, so it was just like there in the middle somewhere. But rewatching it, I'm like, man, this movie is not good.
Yeah, there are.
It's not good.
Yeah,
Like, it wasn't holding our attention.
No.
absolutely
I think
not.
it does the same thing that a lot of franchises do, where it's like by the 3rd movie, they're just like, I don't know.
And the sand thing, like, I like Carlo V, we think, too much sand.
Too much sand.
And like, you pointed out, how would this virus have dried up?
Right. Like, how is it drying up water? Like, granted, Las Vegas is a desert. So, like, fuck it, whatever. But, like, there's just so much of this franchise just doesn't make sense. Especially in this movie.
This one, so the first 2, coming back to watch them, I'm like, oh, they're going to be bad. Watching them, they're still fun to watch. And, I'd had fun watching them. This one, I was just like, oh, God, it's just a dumb mistake after dumb mistake after dumb decision. It was just like, oh my God.
Could you refresh my memory? The first one takes place just inside of that mansion, right?
In the hive.
In the hive.
In
They're
the
in the
hive.
facility below the mansion.
Right. And then the second one takes place
In Raccoon City.
in Raccoon City, but pretty much just like in one area, right?
It's sort of.
Kind of. They're
yeah.
like trying to get to the school to find the little girl. And then after they find the little girl, they gotta escape.
Right. Okay. But it is like pretty. See, and
It's like within a 3-mile radius.
yeah, I think the issue with 3 is that it's such a wide open landscape of nothing.
Yeah, oh,
And
yeah.
then things like we talked about at one point, they take a helicopter and they pick up a crate and they drop it in front of them and no one notices. And they're like, where'd this crate? We're going to have to move this crate. And I'm like, fucking set the crate on fire, man. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
And like in a city, I could see them doing something like that. But in the wide open desert landscape, I'm like, nah, dude.
Hey, Jose, would you be able to drop your mic a little?
Got you.
All right.
Yeah, Jose.
Just a tiny bit.
Just a tiny bit.
Yeah, like that.
Just like that.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Do you
Good
want to
job. I'm
get?
proud of you.
I'm the only one who took notes, or you?
I took a shit ton of notes. What are you talking about?
Oh, you took a shit ton. Oh,
I always take notes when I come here.
all right. Hell yeah.
I'm a suck up.
So she wakes up a Creek Neck lady. Like in the first movie, it's the same pretty much until she gets to a cube room. Oh, wait, guys, I had a question I wanted to ask you right before all of this. This is a serious question. No. How many times would it take to become desensitized to seeing someone get cubed?
Like 2.
Ooh.
2, and then you're like, oh, I guess this is just the way of...
Honestly, after the first one, I'm like, all right.
Oh, no, I would freak out.
I think it'd get me every time.
would you go crazy, or you're like, I'm strong, but like this fucks me up?
No, I'd probably be like throwing up, and then to the point where I can't throw up anymore because it's see it. Oh,
Screaming, crying, throwing up.
especially crying. Yeah.
You've heard that phrase before, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same question, but the people getting cubed are children.
Okay, that one would take at least 2 before I got used to it.
Just chuck them.
It's like, no.
I don't know. I feel like I'm really desensitized to a lot of things.
All right. Yeah, she a creek neck lady?
Creek neck lady. I do remember that when we marathon them in college, like watching the first movie and being like, wait, this reminds me of the third movie. And then getting to the third movie and being like,
oh,
wait,
yeah.
this is the same beginning as the first movie. So this time when I watched it, I was like, all right, like, yeah, they're like the same at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. And she a creek neck lady.
She survives that.
And then she walks into this room and it's a cube room. And then it's, this entire time she could have just jumped up into the ventilation shaft.
Apparently.
But doesn't she do that in the first one?
No.
What does she do in the first one?
She just like hangs real close to it.
But I thought when it gets cubey, she has to escape a different way.
No, somebody saves her.
Oh, so it's like, okay.
Like shut her down before it cubes her or something. I forget.
You'd think we'd remember. We just watched it.
Yeah, I watched this in 2014.
Yeah.
So like it's been a while for me.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I'd be a great Creed backup singer.
Dude, you should try out. I don't know. Is that a Creed song?
I have no fucking
Well, I don't think it is. It's been a while.
I think it's Pearl
been a
Jam.
while.
No, I'll figure it out. What's your guys' next note?
It's Hoobastank.
It's probably Hoobastank.
It's not Hoobastank.
After the whole us finding out Alice is a clone, or that whole scene in the beginning where we think she's reliving the first movie all over again, it cuts to real Alice, who seems to be on her own, and she tells us about how everything has been fucked up because of the T-virus.
Which still doesn't make any fucking sense, but okay.
Well, what are your guys' guesses for It's Been a While?
Pearl Jam.
Incubus.
Stained.
Ah, it's always stained. It's always stained. Damn it.
They had so many hits.
They had so many hits.
It's been a while.
And it's been a while.
Dude, that's really fucking good.
It's because we do that shit all the
Because
time.
yeah, I make fun of those types of songs all the time.
But like you sound like the dude. That's what I'm saying. It like sounds like Memorex, not Memorex. The
Baymax.
no, the CDs that
just
they were
rewatched
like
that movie.
they were like, oh, is it live? No, it's Miramax, but I know it's not
no idea what you're
Miramax.
talking about.
And
Miramax is a studio, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that was a film studio.
yeah, I
film
know
studio.
it. Yeah, we don't talk about that because it was owned by those two fuckboys. Run DMC did a sample of it. Is it live? Is it live? Hold on, I'll figure out what the name of this CD company is.
I forget.
I'm doing a lot of Googling today.
Google.
After Alice has been on the by herself, she encounters some old lady with a baby.
She gets a distress signal. First of all, one thing I noticed, she's driving a BMW motorcycle.
Yeah.
Which made me laugh because the only person I've ever known that has one is when I worked at Culver's, my boss's dad, who is a little older, had one, and he had it specifically because it was very comfortable. And I was like, oh, like if you're doing a lot of driving in the apocalypse, I guess you want to be comfortable. So my brain was like, that makes so, like somebody on set must have been like, yeah, my BMW bike is real comfortable. We should get Alice one of those.
It's Memorex.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Is it live? No, it's
Probably too young.
Memorex. Meaning like, the fidelity on these burnable CDs is like so good.
Oh, okay.
Is it live?
I'm probably too young to remember that.
Yeah, I think I'm too young to remember
Yeah, I
that.
don't
But
think
You said
because
Run
of the-
DMC. So
yeah, because like
Run DMC was like in the 80s.
Yeah.
yeah. So
early
I
80s.
probably know about it because of that and or the damn what are they called? Like I Love the 80s on VH1.
yeah.
Oh, I used to watch that shit all the time.
Yeah,
too.
man. When I do this trivia game called Sevens, I will do like 80s trivia with my mother-in-law. And like, I will know more of these things than her. And she's like, why do you know this? I'm like, because I watched I Love the 80s.
That reminds me, when I went to Texas last year, our last night there, we played a game called Mind the Gap, which is a trivia game from different decades.
Uh-huh.
It was me, who I'm in my 30s, like early 30s, my sister, who's in her mid 30s, my cousin, who's probably in her late 50s, and my mom, who's in her 70s. And I won. And they're like, how do you know all this stuff from like the 70s and 80s? I was like, well, Mom, because you used to talk about all this stuff all the time. And she's like, well, I don't remember any of this. I was like, Bob, no.
And then she tousled your hair and said, good job, Joseph.
No, then she's like, why haven't you done anything with your life?
He has a very...
I wish that was a joke.
He has a Rolodex of useless knowledge in his head.
It's so fucking useless.
You should, is it Rolodex or is it Memorex?
It's both. It's
Holy
Rolodex
shit.
on Memorex.
Whoa. Digital
Rolodex.
You just skip forward. All right. Here's a track listing for this CD. Oh, yeah. Go here. What's there?
Sometimes it's involuntary. He'll just start singing something or it gets stuck in his head for no reason. He's like, God, why am I thinking of this goddamn thing?
Like, be-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
Mine is just, I constantly have the break beat from the Powerpuff Girls theme song, the that's constantly in my head.
I always get the opening to DuckTales. Da, 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 here in Duckburg. Yeah, I get that stuck in my head all the time.
I sampled that for a song once.
Oh, nice. It's a good song. I like it.
It was like a satanic song, and it somehow like that song was done, and then I was like, oh, let me just like see, like I want to get better at sampling, so I was just like plugging things in. And then I plugged in DuckTales, and it fit so well. I was like, this is weird.
You gotta show us after this.
Oh, it's somewhere. I'll find it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
So Mila Jovovich, with her terrible, terrible haircut, gets absolutely got by some lady with a fake baby.
Why do apocalypses bring out the sadists in people?
Why is it always like a fake baby? Or like, oh, I'm a helpless woman, help me. And then it's like, haha, we're monsters. It's like, all right, that happened in I Am Legend too.
Wait, the vampires did that?
They're zombies.
I Am Legend?
Yeah, no, those are vampires.
Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of,
I thought those are zombies.
No, they're
I'm
technically
thinking of the wrong fucking
vampires.
movie. Denzel Washington.
The Road. No.
Book of
You're
Eli.
getting, there you go, Book of Eli.
Book of Eli.
In Book of Eli, they do the same thing.
Oh, hell yeah. That's
And
what I do.
Your question is to why are those people around in the apocalypse? Because the worse, the worse.
Also, yeah, they're the most self-serving.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And people who are easily taken advantage of are probably going to be the first ones out in the apocalypse.
If I were in an apocalypse to like lure people in, I'd pretend to be a lady and say, oh, my boobies are so full of milk. If you're parched around here and need something to drink on, you could just steal my booby milk from me. I've been self-sucking all day, and it's still so delicious.
I think this is the first one we get no boobies in.
No, when she's in, there's 100 of her, and you should have wound up pregnant.
No. Yeah, but they're all covered.
No, one flops around. There was a little bit of boobie in here.
Not as much as like last time.
No,
last
but
time
she's
was
still,
like full frontal.
Oh yeah, you see her vagina in one.
That's fucking insane. Yeah. I don't remember that.
The second
That's why
one
you
at
gotta
the
get
end.
this 4K Blu-ray.
All right.
It really
On my UHD TV.
it brings out like the strands of the pubic hair.
Oh, come on, man. Anyway, she gets caught, and then they're weird and rapey towards her, and then she kicks a guy to death.
And then gets a concussion after that.
My note for that, where she just like uppercuts the guy with her foot, is one kick woman.
I'd watch that anime.
Dude, it's amazing. She literally kicks the guy and blood splatters everywhere and he drops down and she's like, oh my God, he's dead. And I was like, there we go. And then my thing is like, why not just kick the rest of them?
Yeah.
Also, why not kick the guy with the gun?
Yeah. Because once he's done for, you get the gun and shoot them in the mouths.
Then she fights some demon dogs.
Oh, hell yeah.
Those things freaked me out the first time I watched this movie.
They freaked me out the
They
100th time.
look so. I think what it is that they obviously had the dog wear a suit and then did some digital over top, but they look so real.
Every time.
Like so sinewy and like fucked up. Oh.
I have a note about that fight though.
Do you think the suit that they wore was like a green suit? So they
Probably,
could just,
yeah.
I don't know. They didn't wear a CGI suit.
They didn't?
No, I would assume they like had like some like actual practice. I thought you meant like a
I
practical
assumed like the
suit.
CG suit was molded to look, like veiny or musculature. And then
Okay.
they put this. I could be wrong, but
I'm
that's
veiny.
That would make sense to me.
I got musculature.
You do.
Yeah,
You have the gutters now.
I do. No, it's a shelf now.
Oh, it's a shelf?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Because you like truly, like a plateau in the plains,
Mm-hmm.
but then there are like in the mountains where it just goes like shoom, and then it like just goes off. Like that's my ab.
That's
it's a
crazy,
shelf,
dude.
I
guess it's like the ocean shelf.
It's like a butte.
Yeah,
They love to do the backflip off the wall shot.
Yeah, it's
Every
cool.
time.
That was the thing in action movies at the time.
For every single movie.
And
yeah, you're right. Because in Shrek they make a joke about it.
But it definitely comes from like Eastern cinema, like Chinese cinema and stuff.
which was then taken heavily in
Yeah.
The Matrix.
Yeah. And The Matrix just defined action for the next like 10 years. So.
True.
Even today.
And then John
have
Wick
you seen
redefined
Matrix
action.
4?
No, actually I haven't.
I have not.
That redefined it again.
By how bad it was?
No, by how brilliant it will be in the future.
What did you watch?
No, I've only seen the first one, maybe the second one a little bit.
All right, because I know like me and my friend were gonna go watch it, and then it came out, and everyone was like, "This movie is not good." So we're just like, "All right, whatever."
But it's probably like a brisk 2.5 hours. You can get that done in an
Dude,
afternoon.
I don't want to. If
Yeah, I
it's 2.5
wouldn't either.
hours and it's not an amazing movie, I don't want to watch
Yeah.
it.
Like Dunk 2.
Dune was great. Dune 2 was also great.
Dunk 2, is that like a dog who plays basketball?
Yes, it's the new Air Bud They're rebooting Air Bud.
With
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet. As,
As the dog.
And he's not in a suit or anything.
There's no CG replacement. He just runs around on all fours.
Yeah, and he barks like a dog, walks like a dog. Guess what? He a dog.
There's no rules against it.
Yeah, he's
No,
pissing
it's-
everywhere.
There's no rules against it.
our friend Carlos and James and Mikey, they love to do like call movies the wrong name. Like when that movie Megan came out, they would call it Mithrigan.
Uh-huh.
So when the trailer for Dune came out, they'd be like, "Oh, you guys gonna go watch Dunk?" Because the E in the font looks like a C.
Okay,
So
it's
we just say
baby.
Dunk 2.
Dunk 2, the redunkening.
But wouldn't it be just Dune? Wait,
Because like it's the style.
Oh yeah, nope. Never mind. I get it now. I thought the N was being used to make the K, but it's just making a C. Never mind. I get it.
Yeah.
I get dunk. I can't see any of that, sir. No, I think my eyes are not gonna. Okay, nope. I see it now. It's just a tipped over U.
Well, it's because it's just the same shape for every letter, just on a different axis. But for the E, they added a little dot, but it still just looks like a C.
Yeah.
Henceforth, dunk. I did hate that fight scene though, and I don't know if it's because Mila Jovovich was fighting things that weren't real, like the dogs aren't there, so that like the cuts, I don't know if you counted them, but like per every 10 seconds there was like 20 cuts.
No, I didn't
Dude,
check.
it was just like cut.
The reason why this guy took Paul W.S. Anderson was like, I want you to direct, is because he liked his cuts. He thought that was like a
Fucking hate
cool
them.
thing.
You can't tell.
Yeah,
And then
it's bad.
I guarantee you, if you slowed it down and watched it through, the sequence of the cuts wouldn't make any sense.
No.
Because there's one point where she's like fighting, and then she goes to like flip something, like turn a switch, and then the next cut is her still fighting the thing, and then it goes back to her past the thing she was flipping, like running up something, and I'm just like, that doesn't make any sense. And it's the same when she fights Jorah Mormont at the end.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He's in this movie too.
Yeah, the evil scientist is the guy from Game of Thrones.
Dr. Isaacs.
There's an evil scientist in Game of Thrones?
No,
Yeah,
he's
actually.
well, yes, weirdly enough, but he's not the. He's the. I sold people into slavery so my wife could have a good life it turns out that was bad, so now I'm banished to the other continent.
So that's what that guy is.
Yeah,
but there's a separate evil scientist.
Yeah, there's a lot of evil, like, pseudo-scientists and...
Like beakers and shit.
Yeah, actually.
What?
Alchemy.
I've never seen a single scene of
So
Game
they
of
send
Thrones.
some people to this thing called like the Citadel of Learning. I don't fucking know. And they're called Meisters, and Meisters forge like these chains, and each chain is a school of knowledge that they have. So the longer their chain, the more knowledgeable they are. But they do like it's like, you know, science, chemistry, alchemy, like
Medicine.
tax evasion, medicine, whatever.
Yeah, tax evasion is a big one, actually.
Yeah.
I gotta learn some of that. I'll evade all of them.
And then, anyways, one of the evil
tax.
Meisters brings someone back from the dead using alchemy and science.
Okay,
A mixture of both.
I'm confused,
Guys,
now.
this is now a Game of Thrones podcast.
no, please no.
I don't want to watch Game of Thrones.
I don't think I like any of these new characters besides maybe some of the ladies. But like the new dudes were just like, nuh-uh.
Well, I thought the one guy was in one of the other.
Yeah, so Carlos was in the one before. So was
Yeah.
LJ, Mike Epps.
But then all the other dudes were new.
Yeah.
Lyndon Ashby was new. Yeah,
I felt bad for his character.
I feel like they did not give him a lot. The cowboy.
Okay.
And then Claire Redfield was cool to see. Ali Larder. It was cool to see because, like, if you played the games, you know that Claire's in there as well. So it was cool to see another video game character in the movie. But other than that, the rest of the cast, it just seemed too
Quick. It's such
Too
a
quick.
fast.
Yeah.
Like that scene where they're attacked and the crows attack is like, I don't know, just like you lose Ashanti, right? That's Ashanti.
Ashanti,
You lose
yeah.
Ashanti immediately, and it's like,
Uh-huh.
and you lose the school bus driver.
lose a bunch of kids.
You lose a bunch of people.
And then like Mike Epps' bit, so you know he's going
Right.
to be lost.
So it's just like, I don't know. I just felt like it was a very quick progression.
like,
but it felt like it didn't mean anything because we barely knew those people.
I'm kind of seeing this as like an art film in the sense that like the plot and everything around it like sucks, but
Yeah.
like visually it's like I loved looking at it.
But barring the first fight scene against the dogs and the last fight scene against the big bad guy, like the scenes are very cool to look at.
I hate that it's the desert, but also it's cool to look at.
Like the crows
I
are
get
terrifying.
the feeling that it's like one of those movies that went through studio hell in terms of cuts, like things that not saying that that's what happened to the movie, but that's how you feel watching the movie. Like this movie went through so many cuts that it doesn't make
Like
any
there
sense.
should have been something more or something else. This really feels like the interim episode, right? Like the filler,
Yeah.
from point A to point B episode.
You meet a new group,
Yeah.
but you know
It
this
feels
is
like an
just
episode of The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
That's what it feels like.
It feels like a filler episode, like a small little arc of The Walking Dead, where you meet a new group and you
And
think
then-
that they're gonna be a part of the group for a
all but,
while,
like, two
and
die.
you get them for like 3 episodes at the most as an entire group because everybody but 3 people die.
and then those 3 people join your main group, and
Yeah.
then people forget about them.
yeah,
And even the bad guy wasn't anything serious. He was like, I just want to kidnap you again.
I need you so I can stop this virus.
But then he wasn't. It was trying to like make the zombies stronger.
yeah.
I don't know. He's a real asshole about it.
But yeah, it just seems like, well, what? It doesn't matter if the zombies are stronger. They already like destroyed the world. It's so stupid. So I wasn't even really into like there was no stakes. Like, of course she's gonna win, but again, but no, I don't want them all gross and dirty. Are the next ones gross and dirty, or do they go into shrubbery?
I
Here's
think
the thing.
They get a
James.
little prettier, and then
So-
Okay.
The next one's gonna be a little nasty. It's in a prison.
How?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm
It's
not
got a
gonna
cool
tell-
scene. It's got some cool scenes though.
I'm not going to
just
tell
throw
you
that
how
out
they end up in the prison, but they end up in the prison.
It's
Okay.
weird because I think I had to have watched this because I think we own it twice.
And then the 5th one takes place in another facility.
there. Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Is that the one that has a scene that's almost exactly a replication of a cutscene?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the 4th one or the 6th one, I don't know. I've never seen.
That one I've seen and I remember enjoying it.
I haven't seen the last one, but yeah, the next one is in a prison.
When do we find out like the Red Queen's past and like how the guy made a daughter and he's talking to her. Does that happen as
Is that
the Red
5?
Queen?
Probably 5.
I think 5
Okay, all
because
right.
they're in a facility. 5 gives you some background.
5 gives you a
Alright.
lot of background, and then
Then maybe I haven't seen the 4th, but I've seen the 5th, and I'll bit my tongue again. The 6th.
Yeah.
the 5th one is just weird because it's like
When you guys finish the franchise, will you rate them?
Oh,
Like, do a
yeah.
ranking?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good. Because I feel like 3 is going to be pretty low.
Yeah, probably.
Because it just feels like such a it just feels like such an in-between, like this could have been a tie-in comic book, you know what I mean? And then I also hate that every character is dumb.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, the crows are creepy. And then of course some dumb kid drops their soda can and they attack. But then they crash the bus. First of all, one truck gets stuck. So then they have to move to the bus. And you're like, all right, they'll be free. And then the bus runs into a pole.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh no. And then they're trying to like hold back First of all, there's no way birds are getting through tempered fucking glass and metal. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care what kind of birds they are. That's not happening.
They have super zombie virus.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That's stupid. And then Ashanti, instead of just closing the door from the outside, which would lock the door, it's a safety door. That's what they're meant
I
to do.
think the thing was to like she knows she's gonna die anyway. She was already getting bitten and like attacked by the
But would it even transfer from a bird?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Have you not seen? I know that's a different franchise, but 28 days later.
Okay, but those are totally different rules.
Not really. Not really.
They don't establish those rules.
Not really, because in
It's
the
a
last
different
couple, because in the last movie they were using Walking Dead, and I know they're different later on, but they're using Walking Dead logic where if somebody got shot and died, they haven't been bitten, and later on they turned into a zombie.
That's ridiculous. See, and that's my other thing is there's no consistency. But anyways, she could have survived. Even if she dies later from her wounds, she could have survived at least then. And then the one dude drives back through and drives through a fucking chain link fence.
Yeah, just whip out the birds with a net.
But they didn't do that.
It would have been cool if that happened.
It would have been, yeah.
You were saying like there were probably a bunch of like studio cuts and all this. There were a lot of different drafts of this. And in one of them, I think it was in the like final draft, but then they just cut it. Was in the beginning, I'm assuming they would have explained in narration how it spread so fast was a rat contracted it and then that spread it so
like the
fucking
bubonic
fast.
plague.
Yeah.
Because that makes sense, but they
But
basically.
birds don't really have saliva.
Huh?
Birds don't really have saliva, do they?
I thought they did.
Guys, we can't keep focusing on
We have
this.
to focus
Yeah.
on this one tiny portion. But yeah, that's my issue. Is I felt like everyone was just making really dumb decisions the entire movie.
Somewhat the guy says, I don't know what guy. Oh, wait, to about the crows. Wow, I thought my notes were not that late. She says about the crows, why do they look so weird? And she says, they've been feeding on infected flesh. And I said, I guess they've been going to Jimmy John's, babe.
What?
Because they've been infected flesh.
Did Jimmy John's have an outbreak?
I don't know.
Just
Just like the
Shitting on
the-
Jimmy
yeah,
John's.
the guy who does. Yeah, people usually like shit on Arby's because it's like, oh, I got diarrhea. No, Arby's is fine.
No, it's not.
But yes, it is. It's
No, it's
delicious. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bellissimo.
You were saying?
Man, you don't know. I don't know what the fuck I was saying.
Anyways, Arby's sucks.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I had Burger King tonight. Oh my god.
We had Burger King yesterday.
We did have Burger King.
Oh
Yes,
man,
It
we're
was really
living the
good.
life.
Hey, do you want Burger King again?
I'm down.
No. We'll get some.
That shit will kill me though.
You know how it was like, hey, my goal is to make like $12,000 a year. I'm on track to be doing that.
Hey, nice.
I'm
Yeah.
so happy for you, James.
Because then that's money saved, not money spent.
That's money well spent.
Rock on, Garth.
So yeah, they fight the birds. Mila Jovovich shows up and melts them with her brain powers and a
So
flamethrower,
cool.
which
So
was cool.
cool.
That was a really cool scene.
There should have been more of that. Like that's when I was like, oh, I thought I was hating this movie, but now I'm back on board.
Now I remember my problem with this movie when it came out. The advertisement for this movie leading up to it, they blew that scene up. a lot. Like they showed that
like the sky's on fire.
Yeah, and they made it seem like it was going to be a lot of that, like Mila Jovovich using all their powers and stuff.
Well, they also made it seem like it was going to be very like actual apocalyptic and not post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, and then nothing happens. You watch the movie and barely anything happens. I'm going to be honest. They don't really do much throughout the movie.
No, it's just them going to point A to point B, but every single point B that will turn into point A turns into, oh, we got to swip these zombies real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they go to Las Vegas.
Vegas, they're gambling,
Vegas,
baby.
Which I had not been to until after I saw it the first 2 times. So seeing their Las Vegas, I was like, wow, that's great. That's weird.
Yeah, man. It would happen, you know? There's probably things put in place to make sure the dust and sand doesn't overgrow into the city. Yeah. They probably sweep it out. I don't know.
But I also thought it was funny that, once again, like the helicopter just dropped something off. They're like, we never saw this.
Uh-huh. Speaking of, I mean, not anymore, but speaking of K-Mart, when she said, like, oh, yeah, my name's K-Mart, that's where they found me. And then Mila Jovovich says, well, do you have a real name? And she goes, I wasn't too fond of that one. So she doesn't say it, but I just said out loud, I said, it was Vanilla Ice Cream McAdams.
It was a terrible name. I had a huge crush on Kmart when this movie came out, though.
Yeah, because you could get anything there. Blue light specials? Come on.
It's like how he loves Target now.
It was incredibly economical.
An economical crush? Ooh-wee.
It's the best kind.
Don't spend a dime on your woman. Am I right, fellas? Economical, baby.
Oh,
that's why I haven't dated anyone in 6 years.
Because you can't get it financially, you know?
Well, it's just expensive. I'm not trying to waste money on that.
Mama, you know.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
You're not doing anything.
I'm not
You're
doing
just sitting there.
anything.
I'm looking for some sugar daddies.
Hey.
The candy. So I can throw them in the trash. I can't be eating that shit.
What's wrong with you?
It's too much sugar. I'd go.
And it's too much sour.
Oh, that doesn't have sugar babies don't have sour, do they?
Oh, I don't know. You were mentioning earlier that you can't do
malic
sour.
Yeah. Man,
I love malic acid.
Yeah, my tummy can't do any acids really.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. acid.
I don't have a lot of notes after that.
There's a tentacle orifice musher. Like a guy turns into, like his hands turns into tentacles and
Evil
just
scientist,
like
yeah.
fingers her eye holes and the mouth. It's real gross.
Yeah, he like kills his subordinate. I wrote, he got fingered, LOL.
Thrice over. He got bowling balled.
Yeah, a bunch of people died during the attack on Las Vegas, including Lyndon Ashby or Mr. Stilinski, whatever you want to call him.
Sheriff.
The sheriff, which was a real bummer because he was cool. But once again, they didn't really do anything with him. Mike Epps dies. Mikey.
Mike Epps, he dies and also bites Carlos.
Yeah, which is a real shit move, my guy.
And he was the one that was in the last movie talking shit to Carlos for being infected and not telling him. He did that for this whole movie.
Wow, hypocrite.
Yeah, man, you can't do that to characters and kind of change up their whole philosophy from the first one.
Yeah,
no, you can't.
It's like it's almost like there's no internal consistency.
No.
Mikey dies too, the little AV nerd, which is he could have survived. He could have just kept moving forward towards the person with the guns.
Yeah.
And he would have survived.
He's a dumbass kid.
Instead, he tries to crawl under a truck. Everyone tries to crawl under a truck. Stop crawling under trucks. Apocalypse Survival 101. No crawling under trucks. They'll get you. They'll get you every time.
Unless they're a hover truck and you like are holding on. And it like goes up into the sky.
At that point, you're just flying. You can always fly. Flying is always an option.
Unless you're Buzz Lightyear, you're falling with style.
It's just flying with extra words.
I tried that with my Buzz Lightyear. He just dropped to the cement from the second story like a brick.
Carlos blows up a bunch of zombies to get them into the facility so they could steal a helicopter so they can go to Alaska.
And when he finds a cigarette and he's like, oh, yeah, this is going to be the last thing I do. Hell yeah. What would be the last thing you would do before you died?
Like, how much time do I have?
I don't know, like 2 minutes.
I'm going to crank it.
I would just jacket it. No, I'd probably like eat like a candy I like or something.
Okay. Oh, that would be real good. You don't need to worry about the calories in the morning. The zombies just
I
ate
would
it
just
out
shove
of you.
like 8 airheads into my mouth.
Oh, that's your favorite candy?
It was when I was a kid. We used to get them for Christmas, and I would eat all of them at once.
Oh.
And it fucks, the acid like shrivels your tongue.
Yeah.
So my tongue would be fucked up for days.
Well, not only that, like for me, it like
It gives you sores.
no, it like makes the flesh like kind of like sweep away.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Like
about.
it makes it like really like loose and gross.
Oh, it like sloughs a bit? Yeah.
but like it comes off.
Yeah, that's what slough means.
Oh, okay. Ugh. There's a word for it. Gross.
I honestly,
I love that shit.
if I'm about to die, you got 2 minutes, give me a Newport 100 and a joint, light it, and then shoot me in the head. Just make it quick.
Oh, and a hard cider.
Ooh, good choice.
I take a hard cider.
What would I do? I would watch an episode of What Would You Do on ABC.
God damn it.
Just the setup for
Hi,
that
I'm
one
Jack
joke.
Jonas.
God damn it. God damn it.
Hi, why'd you do that? My name is John Quiones.
We just got, Jose. Bless you.
Thank you.
fucking got our ass. That was a
God.
good one, too.
Such a sincere setup. Now I know what it's like when I do that shit to people.
He let us answer genuinely, too.
My next note is just helicopter gas.
Oh,
So we got into a big argument about if.
This is why we don't remember the movie. It's because of helicopter gas.
So here's the thing. That is a small helicopter, maybe has like 200 to 350 mile range. With the amount of people that's on it, less because more weight, faster fuel consumption.
No.
Same thing on a plane.
I'm telling those kids to do some jumping jacks.
Jump the fuck off the plane.
I'm
Or the
gonna
helicopter.
feed them some X-Lax.
And my thing is just, I don't think they would have enough fuel to get to a place that would have fuel, nor would they have the distance. So they would fly maybe 200 miles and then have to land down.
Yeah. But, they find a helicopter port and you're good.
A heliport.
Yeah. A helicopter port.
A heliport.
yeah, Joe.
He's the one who
I
came
know,
up with
I
the word
know.
first. It's a real word. I hate this place.
I didn't come up with the word high. Me accidentally said something.
He said,
and it stumbled
He
into
said,
being
yeah,
a real thing.
yeah. They would find like for helicopters, like a heliport. And I was like, there's no way that's a real
Oh
word.
wait, no. Well, heliport is I knew was a thing,
And I was but fuck, that
not-
can't be a real
not
word.
that it's like a helicopter port, but also referred to as a heliport. I was like, why would it be a helicopter port?
Anyways, they would crash and die before they got anywhere.
Well, they wouldn't crash, they'd set her down slowly. Then they get an engine that runs off from pee-pee. They start urinating in the bitch, and then...
Also,
They got to be hydrated for that.
They
to
can't
happen.
have that much food on a helicopter either. Once again, more weight, less fuel.
So what they would do, they would spit in each other's mouths, and that's how they'd stay hydrated.
That's not okay.
And what the pee-pee, actually, how... It burns
So
the
then-
pee-pee stuff in there, the
then
engine,
Alice-
and it spits out as water.
So then Alice goes into the facility
To
because she
fight
can
Dr.
sense. She
Isaac.
sees all her dead clones. She can sense something's wrong. She comes across a bunch of blood and dead bodies, which she's like weirdly freaked out by, which I don't understand. She's been in a facility before. She's seen dead people
Also,
before.
that's my thing. Don't be upset when you see those dead bodies. They work for Umbrella.
Also, they
they're
work-
not
yeah.
real humans. They're not real people.
I thought they were her.
No. She saw the hers outside.
Okay,
But
I
then
thought
she
all
went-
the dead bodies. Oh wait, the people like just laying about.
The scientists and stuff.
Okay, I
were all
thought you
dead.
meant the like people hanging.
No. The
It's because they've been
scientists.
strung up and everything. That's why she was
Yeah,
freaking
like,
out. But like
bloody
also,
maw.
they're Umbrella Corp people. They're not real people.
You sound like Rick in Rick and Morty. Where Morty's like, I don't feel good about shooting them. It's like, well, they're not real people, they're robots. And he fires and they're the real people. And it's like, why would you tell me that? It's like, well, because they're part of the machine and I don't care about them. It's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor.
And then she goes to fight this dude, and the fight is real fucking boring.
It really is.
Except when he screams so loud, she goes flying like.
Oh, we did the same thing. I think.
Yeah, we did it at the same time. Because she like flies back and like picture like you guys know the motion.
Like
you go,
you're in a roller coaster or
Yeah.
having a seizure. Yes.
Yeah, and just being like whipped back on a rope that's composited out.
It's
of
almost
there.
like in cartoons where you're getting electrocuted. Or
Yes.
sitcoms.
Yes. Yeah. But that fight was what she like stabs him and then he runs away and then he heals. It's like, dude, if you could heal, why'd you run away? And then they fight again. They psychic each other and then she gets blown into the fucking laser room. And then he follows her and then the laser turns on and kills him, which is like real boring. And then it almost kills her, but she gets saved by the clone that she saved earlier.
So he says, "You're the past and I'm the future." And after it gets cubed, it stops. We go to the clone one. She says, "Yeah, you're the future, all right." And Nicole goes, "Funny."
Are you guys going to do the Cube series?
No.
Damn, I love that series.
Because that's more
sci-fi,
horror. Yeah. We're looking for sci action.
Yeah, like
Trancers.
Like Trancers, honestly. I'm trying to find something
I
like
just really love the
Trancers.
Cube series.
The first three Trancers?
We might have to do the Toxic Avenger, the 4 movies in that series.
I'm down.
Because they're all science fiction because that's how we got like nuclear. It's so nuclear waste forward. The first one's a beautiful movie. It's so good.
You want to watch that one with those two?
I'll see what I'm doing to that too.
All right.
I have a lot of Tau to paint and build.
I don't
See,
know.
it's a Toxic Avenger.
Hey.
He's got a new comic book out, guys. Go get it.
That looks fresh as hell. And that does look real new. So yeah, so she fights this guy, he dies, and then she teleconferences the rest of Umbrella Corps and is like, "I'm coming to find you." And then she finds all 800 of her clones.
Yeah, I wrote down 1 million Mommy Jovoviches strong.
God.
You know 1 million moms? They're like
Is that like 1 million ants?
No, it's a like conservative moms group
Oh,
trying to
fuck
like
them.
get queer shit out of kids' media. They're like, "Oh, this Star versus the forces of evil needs to be stopped because the main character boy dresses up like a princess and they act like he is actually a girl."
Okay.
And
Yeah, and he's doing it to like go undercover so like he doesn't get like yeah, and it's like wild.
I just love that like all the media that they do love has cross-dressing in it, and they love that shit. But the second like it's used for a positive thing instead of ridicule, it's like, oh, we can't have that.
Medea, you know?
That's the point. Yeah.
Also,
Big Mama's House.
You guys should do the Medea series.
No.
That's sci-fi action.
Medea Boo might have some sci-fi stuff in it.
There you go. Finding loopholes. It's my favorite kind of holes.
God damn.
My favorite kind of hole's donut.
I do love donut holes. Actually, for my birthday, I used to only get donut holes.
Oh, I loved pie on my birthday.
So that's a good one.
Like apple pie, pumpkin pie. I think cheesecake.
I love cheesecake.
My mom makes fucking like truly excellent cheesecake.
I need you to somehow get your mom's cheesecake into my mouth.
Oh wait, didn't we gave you the cheesecake last year, right?
I ate it.
He ate it.
What?
He didn't tell me.
Jose.
I
You told
brought
me
it home.
no. Here's what happened. You told me you were gonna bring. He was gonna bring it. I went, oh cool. And then Jose never said anything to me.
I also
So
spent most of that time, like week at my mom's.
assumed that he left it at your place. I was like, oh, that's a bummer, whatever. And now I learned that he's eaten it. So now
it was good. I don't like cheesecake. I was high
He
as
doesn't
fuck.
even like cheesecake.
I was high as fuck, and it was so good.
Motherfucker.
It was good, and I was high as fuck, and I remember
hate
being like,
you.
"This is a good
I
cheesecake."
hate you. So I bought you Burger King last night, dog. I bought you Burger
This was
King.
a year ago.
And you didn't say anything to me for a whole year. You've been lying to my face.
See, I want my mom to make like a low sugar one so I won't feel like as guilty eating it and just like fucking house it, then just work out twice as much the following day.
You don't need to do that. Just give me the sugary parts.
Oh,
and you have the
no.
low sugary parts.
God, it's so good. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry about that.
Corwin is going. Did I tell you this?
Yeah.
Corwin's going to Muskegon with Nicole for a Halloween party. Nicole didn't want to go by herself, but I can't take off work. Like that's like I truly can't afford to do that.
Right.
So she wasn't going to go, and then her mom called and says, "Oh yeah, like my rich friend's having this big." Didn't say rich friend, but like they know this.
We read between the lines.
This person's like super wealthy and throws these extravagant Halloween parties.
Oh shit.
So Nicole's like, "Oh, I really want to go, but I don't have anyone to go with." And then just like, I'll ask Corwin. Like he's not gonna say yeah. And then Corbin was like, yeah, I'll go. So
Hell yeah, I'll go.
he's going to be meeting all of Nicole's family. And Nicole's like, oh, man, I'm nervous.
Jose, you should go and find a sugar mama.
I can't.
Go, dude.
Can't take any time
Quit your
off
job.
anytime soon.
Quit your job. Quit it.
I gotta save
Quit it.
money first before I do that, man.
Yeah, dude. You got to save $1,100.
$1,100, yeah.
Don't-
$100,000. And then you can quit that
1,100.
job, baby.
It would take him 100,000 years to make that much money.
Whoa. What? You're not making bank over there?
Fuck no.
You're not getting in on
we
You're not
all
busting
got-
tables sometimes just to get tips?
We all got
They
expenses.
don't allow me to be out of the kitchen.
No.
That feels racist, but okay.
Yeah, I wanted to be before I took my position as a shift leader, I wanted to be a server, and they're like, well, have you hosted before? I was like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I hosted before. I was like one of the only hosts at the restaurant I worked at. They're like, well, we need you more in like a support position. I was like, oh, is it because I'm
Bullshit.
not white? And they're like, no.
Wait, are all the hostesses white? Are
All
hosts and
the
hostesses
servers, most of them are. We don't really have a lot of servers that are like
not
people
white?
of color. Like we have like two or three servers.
Time to call the Better Fucking Business Bureau.
And now ask how many people in the kitchen are white.
None.
Yeah. Sorry,
Guys,
This-
we've uncovered racism.
Sorry.
Shout these fuckers out. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
You probably
McDonald's.
should. Whoa.
Oh, shit.
McDonald's sends us a bunch of gift cards and says, cut the shit.
cut
and,
it out. Cut it out.
Hey, this is
And
us
these
being
will
nice.
remain
Don't make us
active.
be mean.
Oh, man.
You
McDonald's.
wouldn't like the clowns frown upside down.
McDonald's, give us gift cards, okay?
No, my job is Arby's. They have too much meat, but they don't
They've
want to
got the
share.
meat.
Oh my God, guys! Arby's, give me gift
Arby's
cards.
sucks.
Even though there's not one anywhere near here.
There used to
is
be one
there?
up on Peterson, but it closed.
They close out
Because it
real
sucks.
fast.
I love an
Health
Arby's.
code violation.
When you put all the Arby sauce on it, go.
Ew. Sorry.
You're gonna get cancer.
Why? Don't say that.
If you keep eating Arby's, you are gonna
Well, I
get
eat
cancer.
hot dogs every morning.
Oh.
Every morning?
Yeah,
Is that your breakfast?
yeah.
My breakfast is a Jimmy Dean breakfast, a bowl, and a yogurt, and always a Red Bull. I'm really bad about that.
My breakfast is a burger at 5 p.m.
That's not breakfast.
That's my breakfast.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's not your breakfast. What are you smoking over there?
You know, our roommate Mikey, he makes breakfast
Breakfast.
burritos.
Yeah.
He cut up like chorizo and shit and like cook it all together. It smells delicious.
I
I
know.
really want to try one.
I know.
Have him. He hasn't made one for you.
Nah,
What?
why would he? It's his food.
Oh, I would be like, hey, like I made an like.
He has a limited income. I'm not trying to
Okay.
steal his food.
Well, pay him.
Buy the ingredients.
Yeah, better ingredients, Papa
a-
John.
That's a place I'll never eat from.
No, dude, that was my alt for the
It's actually not that bad, though.
Jimmy
Yeah,
Don's.
but Papa John
Yeah,
is a
he's
piece of shit.
just like Jimmy John.
all the Johns are a piece of shit.
John.
John the Baptist.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
John Elroy.
Huh?
What's the guy? John Madden.
John McEnroe?
Joe Madden.
Oh, it's Joe Madden?
I don't know.
No, that's the guy from Good Charlotte. Guys, we have to end this.
Yeah, we gotta.
Hold
yeah,
on.
I'm sorry.
I want to see how long this tangent can go.
Oh, man. Joseph, thank you for being here.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Thanks, man.
Anything you'd like to plug?
No, I don't really do a lot.
Jose, anything you'd
I did
like
buy
to
some
plug?
new Gundams earlier, though. So.
Oh, hell yeah.
Please listen to.
Yes?
Trying to think.
What's the thing?
I was trying to think of which.
Listen to the backlog of episodes for Hit It and Grit It.
Yeah.
If you
There
guys
you
listen
go,
to enough
yeah.
of them,
We have a full
I
campaign.
will force everyone into this room to start playing again.
Yeah. We'll do it, baby.
We'll do it.
I'll definitely do it.
We just need the incentive.
I just don't really have a lot going on.
Oh, you don't?
No, not really.
Okay. We'll do one, you, baby. We'll do it, baby.
We'll get you.
I'll be DMing. I'll weave a world of wonder for you.
All right, Jose, I'm dragging you along.
All right.
You're like, I can't deal with James.
I don't
on
know.
an
I have
intimate
to
level.
split that energy between me and
You
someone.
need somebody to yes and you and somebody to no. Please stop you.
There's shit. What were we just talking about?
D&D.
two people,
Two peas, one pod.
Wait, yes, we got to do Blades Give. We got to find something for Blades Giving
yes,
next
right.
month. Hell
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Blades Giving, guys. Hey, and speaking of Blades Giving, head over to patreon.com/MLM pod, where for $5 a month, you get exclusive content every single Friday. Or you can, at the $1 tier, listen to all the episodes of Talking About Beyblade, where Blades Giving is explained, and then $10 patrons get bonus exclusive content every single month, including straight to Patreon, where we have Joe and I have celebrated Blades Giving, which is frozen pizza in the oven and watching movies in the absence of your family.
Is this the third year?
I think this will be the third.
Third, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice little tradition.
We just I don't think there's any more movies, so maybe we watch like 4 episodes of the Metal Fusion, because I hear Metal Fusion's good.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm down. I'm down for whatever.
Hell yeah. But patrons of the $10 variety also get shout outs on every single free feed podcast. So let's begin with those, starting with Steve F., Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour, Alex Z, the Waz, Orion, my Bickle brother in common law, Joshua, Jake, Steve Barnes, a sweet child of time, and Intro Void. Go listen to his music. My mother, Lil Corey's BFF and now former roommate Shane. Twitch.tv/Core Winning. It's Corwin. From the ROM Complex, as well as Formulaic, a podcast and script writing, it's twitch.tv/R2Shelby2. And from the Speed Radio Podcast, a podcast all about Sonic the Hedgehog, which I was on a few weeks ago, it's Tay, a.k.a. Zinny D. I've been James.
I'm Jose.
I'm Joe.
And we've been Deth to Squids.
Bye, guys.
Bye. I didn't really know the words of the last one, so I might be a half a second behind you.
All right. Well, I don't know.
No, okay.
I can't do it.
think
I can't
I
do
need
it.
to.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to.
My name's Jay. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah.